Hey, what's up guys, Southeast Softwash. Today is February the 24th. I know it's a little bit loud behind me. We're out here in Roanoke. We've got a massive steel fabrication facility. It's called Steel Fab, pretty big place. They've got a big rusty wall behind us. The machine you're hearing in the background, it takes rust off of metal. They built I-beams and all kinds of steel structures here. Big ones like skyscraper steel structures. Well, it blasts off that rust. It's been throwing it on that big wall. Let's go over here and take a look. Hopefully you guys can see what we're dealing with. This entire wall here is covered in pretty thick rust. It's really severe. They've cleaned that bottom 4 feet as high as they could with a pressure washer and a whole bunch of scrubbing, and now they can't get any higher. We're gonna try our rust rescue product out here today. We've got our work truck out here, so come along for the ride. We'll probably have to do some voiceover videos because it's super loud over there. We'll get some footage. We'll see how it works. Hopefully, Rust Rescue will pull this stuff off a lot easier. We'll be able to clean this wall. Now, if it does work, it's gonna be a really good high-ticket job. Easy job, specialty chem, high ticket. So let's go along and see if we can get this stuff to work and pull that rust off. Let's go.
All right, guys, as we pan the camera down, you're gonna notice a clean section here towards the bottom of this wall. What that's from is a previous company that came out, gave them a bid, and tried their best to get this wall clean. They were not able to do it. They were actually using SH to try to clean a rust stain, which we know is not going to do anything at all. This is a non-organic based problem, so SH isn't going to help. Here, we got a short clip of me spraying our product on here. This is Rust Rescue, and we're going to let our chems do the work. So this is just after a few minutes, letting it dwell on there, and I put on some rubber gloves. Want to make sure we're taking care of the PPE with this kind of stuff. And this was basically me testing to see how aggravating this job was going to be. But about that point, I knew it was going to be a pretty easy job. You can see here, it's just really running right off. So we transition over to the ball valve, and we're going to start our rinse process. As you can see, it is really peeling that stuff off very good. I had a guy on Facebook, I posted a couple photos, and he said, "Oh, you're being really deceptive. That stuff's not really rusted. It's just rusty dust on the wall." Well, that's kind of true, but if they could have rinsed this off with a garden hose, I promise you this company would not have paid me what they paid me to come out. This stuff was bonded on there pretty strong. So you could have pressure washed it, and without using a wand and like a white tip or a yellow tip and getting right up on it, it's not coming off. So our chemical is doing a tremendous job of breaking that stuff loose, and then we can just rinse it off with the ball valve. You can see how much is coming off. Now it's not getting it all the way off, so we're going to apply a second coat. And let's go ahead and do that here. We use the 12 volt for a lot of this, but we're going to transition over to the 24 volt pump right here.
All right, guys, so we're halfway through this process, doing multiple coats on this big, really thick, rusted section on this wall. Little trick we're doing here now to get the distance that we need to get, we're running it through our 24 volt pump. Normally, like I said earlier, we would do this through a dedicated pump up sprayer, but the job is just a little bit too big for that. So we're utilizing our system. Now, I could flush out this surfactant tank, clean it out really good, and put my Rust Rescue in there. Or, we removed our drop line. This is our surfactant line that's normally plumb. There's a little hole back here in the tank. What we did is we just pulled that out, and we're going to insert it directly into our jug. Now, we can do this very loud. We can do this with degreaser. We can do this with our rust products, several products. Again, I don't normally do this because we got to be really careful about cross-contaminating even inside the system itself. But for a job this big, we will take the time to flush the lines and do this little trick here to keep me from contaminating this tank kind of unnecessarily. So now we've got our line dropped in here, and we're going to meter that into the system here through a smart read, and we'll be applying it the rest of this job with the 24 volt. So let's go over here and get started, put our final, hopefully, our final coat on this big wall right here. Let's go.
So I was able to use the 24 volt pump to reach all the way up to the top of that wall. Pretty cool. And we were also able to use the company's man lift, which they keep on site. It's a pretty big place. They didn't charge me anything to use that, and it made a lot quicker work of these upper sections. There are a few places we had to go back up and spray again. You're going to see those in the before and after shots. There's still some dingy areas. We wound up spraying those one final time. You can see one right there. But overall, tremendous job here, and everything looked really good. They were pretty happy.
All right, guys, so we're done. It's about 4:15, so it took us a little bit of time. We kept having to go back and forth. They do not have a water supply on the back side of the building, so we had to run around front, fill up our water tank a few times, but it took a few hours, and we've got that thing clean. It looks awesome. I'll throw in some screenshots. There's still a little bit of dinge or a tinge. Actually, what you're seeing is it's sunset, and the sun's kind of coming through right there. But we'll throw in some screenshots. We took some before and afters a little bit ago while the sun was still directly overhead. Looks great. They're stoked, and it's always important to set expectations with stuff like this. It's not going to be perfect, but it is 1,000 times better. I got rusty water all over me, so pretty easy day. It just kind of slow. Takes a little bit of time. Specialty cleaning. The plant manager was telling me that they had another guy come out. He gave him a quote for $350, which is absolutely insane. Don't do that, guys. You're leaving a lot of money on the table. And the thing is, he wasn't even able to clean it. He tried to spray it with SH, bleach, which we know is not organic, so it's not going to help. It's not going to do anything for it. That's why the proper training, be able to understand what to use, when to use it, what not to do, is very important. There'll be some links down below. There'll be a link to the course, How to Wash. That's a big help. Mike Vadan, Justin, and Aaron, and myself are all part of that course. So check that out if you're interested. But easy money if you know what you're doing. It's a little bit of work, but it's not hard, and it just takes a little bit of time. So we're going to wrap this one up, get out of here, go back to the shop. We'll see you guys.